Upstairs? That's because they mad they have to go to school. Yup. Yup. That's true. That's true. What's up, Dave? How you feeling today? What's going on? We're gonna get started at 7:30. We're gonna wait till the room get people in here, and then I'm gonna get started. Well, they hate school, as we all did when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know. I hear them snapping. What the heck is going on here? All right. What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Reg, a.k.a. Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought and help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. I know that person will be you. Now, today, if you're watching this later on, all right, watch it later on, but if you're watching it now, we're talking about manifesting a spiritual awakening. People do not understand how important it is to be awake in this world. To know what's going on around you is a gift and a curse, but you're going to have to do it if you don't want to be a zombie. And people are really yearning to know why they're here, to unlock their spirit side, and to literally live in their purpose. And I'm going to talk about some things that you're going to be expecting, or how to even do it to get through your spiritual awakening. So let's get started soon. All right. What's up? What's up? All right. Oh, did I even send out my push? I didn't even send out my push notification. Gotta send that out. There it is. All right. I didn't even send it out. Yeah, there it is. Well, it's not 7:30 yet anyway, so we're gonna wait till it's 7:30 and then we're gonna get in there with this. Only for the open-minded, y'all. Only for the open-minded and people who have attention spans. If you're somebody who has a short attention span, this probably ain't for you. But if you're somebody who wants to grow and really start to do things different in your life, I'm here for you. All right. It's funny that most people these days don't really have a good attention span. I struggle with it still to this day because of just the overstimulation and distractions that are going on in this world. It's not even funny. They're all to keep you off of point. You know, they all keep you not focused on your goals and your purpose. And because we have the internet, it's more distractions than we ever encountered in our history as this generation of humans. So we're gonna get into that. All right. I got some notes here I want to go over too, as far as you know. Is that the dog crying? She has to go outside? She does. Tell one of the boys let her outside.
Reg!
Yeah. You tell one of the boys let her outside, yeah. What's up, Carlton? Sales. What's up? Peace and soul. All that good stuff. What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? I'll wait until y'all get in here. Alright. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to get started. Alright. So check this. This is about how to manifest a spiritual awakening, how to open your third eye. We're going to talk about all these things. I might even do a part 2. You know what? I'm actually going to do a part 2 after this one because I don't want to be on here for an hour talking about this for an hour straight, because I understand people do have short attention spans, and I do not want to be on here for an hour talking about this. Well, you know what? I'm not even worried about them. I just want to break it up in 2 parts. It's a lot. It's really a lot taken in one video. All right? So check this. Number 1. You have to eat healthier. You have to. If you're not eating healthy, you're not going to unlock your pineal gland. You have to supplement with the right stuff. Now, they say the pineal gland is the seat of your soul. Everybody has a higher self within them. The person inside of you that wants to do something better with your life, The person inside of you that wants to make a change. The person inside of you that wants to stop procrastinating. The person inside of you that wants to stop listening to your excuses. The person inside of you that just wants to be great. All right? This is the person I'm talking about. Sorry, y'all. Let me turn this down. Okay? I want y'all to understand that your nutrition is everything. Your body is the conduit to your pineal gland. So the average person, probably living in America, pineal gland is calcified by the age of 12, which means it's harder than bone, which means you have lost your true connection to your inner higher self. All right? So I'm here to tell you that if you don't eat right, if you don't supplement right, you're SOL. You know what that means, okay? Number one supplement I will go with is Haritaki. Haritaki is something about this Ayurvedic supplement that makes you that makes you want to do things with your life. I can't explain it, but the Most High put it here, so I use it. The next one is black seed oil. Black seed oil is for your body. Haritaki is for your mind. So Haritaki is black seed oil for my brain. Black seed oil is for my body because my conduit to my mind, my body has to be healthy. So it helps me flush my body. Haritaki helps me open up the non-mechanical parts of my brain. And then we're going on a journey. The next one is I took in the beginning of my journey is spirulina and chlorella. All right. These two right here are beastie. Also, you can drink chlorophylls too. Another one you can take is actually iodine. Okay? Iodine is also great for your pineal gland. Okay? A lot of y'all are like, you know, what's a pineal gland? How come they didn't teach us in school? How come they didn't do all this stuff? The reason why they didn't teach you about this one in school is because they knew the power that it had. If you look at money, if you look at these emblems, if you look at all these, you know, signs they're doing with the hand over the left eye like this or whatever, if you look at all this, they're telling you they know your power because they're using the power on you to manipulate you, to keep you blind, deaf, and dumb. So they already know it. If you look at money, it's a pyramid with an eye. If you look at the CBS emblem, it's an eye. It's eyes everywhere. It's all about the pineal gland. If you look at the staff from the Pope, it's a pine cone because pineal gland has pinal sides that resemble rods and cones such as the human eye. So when you close your eyes and you can still see something, you know, telling y'all people, it literally has power. And the power is through what you eat, especially not consuming fluoride. So another thing that you should do to accelerate this is start to take cold showers. What happens is there's fluoride in all the water supply everywhere, unless you have like a Kangen like system in your house that's going to take the fluoride out, or some kind of special filter that's going to take it out. Otherwise, you gotta take cold showers, because when you don't take cold showers and you take hot showers, your pores are open and the fluoride is absorbing into the biggest organ in your body, which is your skin. All right, it takes 26 seconds for anything to be absorbed into your system, people. All right, so I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to get healthy. You're going to have to open your mind. Pineal gland is always the first one. And I'm telling y'all, the things that you will see, you will be like waking up in the Matrix and you're looking in everybody at the pods and you're wondering why everybody's still sleeping. You're going to be woken up. But it's a gift and a curse, because then you're going to realize the kind of reality you're living in. Then you're going to realize the kind of chaos you're around, and you're going to have to figure out how to survive in it and stay on point. Because I can tell you right now, it is a true challenge to stay on point. All right, which leads me to my next topic. All right, my next one. You're going to have to make a decision that you will go on this journey, go on this quest to unlock yourself, to ascend to the higher version of yourself. And you're going to have to accept all the chaos that will come into your life as a result of this decision. Let me tell y'all something about the power of intention. When you have intention to do something great or do something in your life, normally the universe will move out your way to make sure you accomplish this goal. But you got to realize this, y'all. The universe, or whatever you believe in, will find the path of least resistance for you to get to your goal. So if a resistant path was friends, well, something's going to happen with your relationship with those friends that's going to get them out the way so you can get to your goal. If the resistance was your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, something's going to happen to make you see this person is in your way, and people are going to start to be revealed to you. And you're going to have to learn how to embrace it. Now, this is probably the part of the spiritual awakening where I found not as difficult, because I was already a little bit of a loner at that point. But people who are really sociable people, you're going to have to cut your circles like literally by 75%, maybe 85 and 90%, and sometimes even 100%, because the things that you're about to start talking about and start to seeing, you're going to find out who really is in your circle and who really isn't in your circle. And this is going to cause a lot of mental trauma to you, to the point where you're going to be like, yo, forget it, I'm going to do it. But the power of decision is great, but I'm not so sure if a lot of y'all are ready to do this and go on this journey. Because here's the thing. People hit me up and they tell me that, they ask me, well, how come everybody around me is seeming to wake up? How come everybody around me is seeming to unlock their pineal gland, but I'm not? Because you're not willing to accept what comes with it. As I told you people, it's a gift and a curse. You're going to realize how nutty and how crazy this world actually is. And for all of us, for most of us, if we still tend to survive or want to survive in this world, like not go to nature or not move to another country and still live in this America or wherever we live, we're going to have to deal with a lot of things that we really don't want to deal with. And we're going to have to see a lot of things that are very uncomfortable being seen. All right, we're going to have to really look at this and like, yo, this is freaking, like, it's going to, like, you might go through a little, like, I went through a little depression. You're going to have to go through it's sometimes going to happen. You're going to have to be stressed. You're going to have to learn how to be by yourself. Because when you realize the power is in you to change your whole situation, you're going to have to depend on yourself to get through this. Not anybody else, because people let you down. You're going to have to depend on yourself and the creators, the ability the creator gave you to actually get these things done, all right, on your own. I'm not talking about work. I'm not talking about help from people like moving. I'm talking about the power in yourself is not going to come from anybody else. Maybe words of encouragement will come from anybody else, but normally the actual real push and commitment is going to have to come from you. This is what many people aren't realizing. See, when I was in religion, I was taught to put everything into an entity. We called it God or Jesus or whatever you want to call it. And if something bad happens, it was because God allowed it. If something good happens, it's because God allowed it. But one thing I realized going through my spiritual awakening is because I allowed it. Everything is your fault at the end of the day. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, something that you did start that chain of events to happen. And I find that some people in religion tend to put all the blame and all the glory into something else, which keeps their eyes off of themselves. Kind of a distraction. Now, I'm not this guy that's on here, I will bash religion. I grew up in religion. I mean, all my whole life I was an usher. My dad was a trustee. My mom and dad was the presidents of the marriage fellowship. I mean, I went to church like 2-3 times a week for almost my entire life. Well, probably until I had a choice to go to church or not go to church. And then when I had the choice, I stopped going as much. Because I feel like when I was a kid, I was forced to go. It was like just forced. And you're going to have to get to the point where you're going to have to make the decision whether if it's for you or not for you. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. That choice is yours, but I will share my experience and a little bit of what I learned from my experience. But you're going to have to start to question everything that you were taught. I'm not just talking about church. I'm talking about school. I'm talking about the things your parents told you to do. I'm talking about things that you currently weren't questioning. You just accepted it because somebody told you. And somebody you respected told you this is the way it is. You're going to have to get to that point. And when you get to that point, that was probably the hardest thing to leave for my spiritual awakening. To literally leave church and never go back. Because I realized, for me, from my experience, from my relationship with myself and the Most High, really the Most High, what it was, where it came from, and I realized that it wasn't for me. Now, when I did that, everything in my life started to change, and then I started to manifest everything that I ever thought that I wanted. And then my purpose was truly revealed to me, and then results started to happen. See, my thing was, when something go bad, I go to church, right? Every time I go to church when something went bad. When something went good, I just didn't go until something went bad. So I decided to figure out how to invoke the inner me that was causing these things, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? So that leads me to my next point, the dark night of the soul. Now, this one here is very, very tough for narcissists. All right? A lot of y'all out there, if you don't know if you're a narcissist, I suggest you take the narcissist test. The narcissist will never take accountability for their actions. It's always somebody else's fault. The narcissist always will blame somebody else, mostly. And it's tough for the narcissist to look at themselves in the mirror and realize, damn, I caused all this. I'm an asshole. I'm the worst. I'm not a good father. I'm not a good boyfriend. I am not a good employee. Like, you have to, it's like a self-judgment. All right? There's stages with spiritual awakenings. And the reason why I decided to give this away for free is because I got this information for free just going on a journey to research everything that I could find in order to change my life. All right? Go back to what I'm talking about. Now, a dark night of the soul is like when you die. When you die, they say you go through a judgment. I don't know if that's true. I haven't died yet. I'll let you know if I die, when I die. But when it comes down to it, it's like you are the judge and you are also the executioner. And you are also the person who is getting judged. And you have to look at yourself outside of yourself and look at yourself at an angle where you literally evaluate every situation you have ever been through, and you literally see, how could I have caused this? How could I have prevented this? And then when you really look at yourself, not pointing at everybody else, look at yourself for real and see, what's up with the dog? And see that you cause everything, then you'll be at a point where you can get through it. Then you'll be at a point where you can actually take accountability for all your actions, realize it's your fault, forgive yourself, and literally start that process of growth. But that person who got you to this point, who has done all these crazy things in your life, has hurt people, that person literally will have to be executed. You have to kill that person. But that person won't die. That person will always be there. But you have to give the person that you want to rule now the true power and tell your lower self to take a back seat. To take a back seat. Sit your ass down. I'm running a show here. From time to time, I know you're going to rear your ugly face, but for the most part, I'm taking over because you ain't done it, and I need to rule. So a lot of y'all are going to have to do that. Now, another way to have a spiritual awakening, y'all, sorry y'all, I'm looking at the comments. Another way for y'all to have a spiritual awakening is to go through, another way to will a spiritual awakening is trauma, is loss, is sacrifice. If you are somebody like a man, I'm gonna give you an example how it could work. Sip my tea real quick. You're a man, and you're going on this journey. And you love this woman that you're with. Like you love her with all your heart. And then one day, you walk in your house. Now you're on this journey, right? You're on this journey. You walk in your house, and you open the bedroom door, and she's getting her back blown out by your best friend. That is what I call trauma. I don't know whatever you do, but whatever you do, nobody dies, you don't go to jail. But you realize that this woman you put all your trust into is no longer for you. And the hurt that it caused led you on a journey that only you would have been on if this particular situation happened. But the way you thought out your journey wasn't the way you would have got to your spiritual awakening. Are you getting me now? The way that you would have got on your journey is only if the one you love the most hurt you the most and broke your heart to the point where you isolate yourself and you get to know yourself and you get to love yourself. You have self-respect for yourself. And then that one, after a year of self-reflection, getting to know yourself, meditation, research, and becoming a new man, then the woman that was really for you walks in the door, and that's your soulmate. But it would have never happened if you didn't make a decision to go on this journey, and then people that you love, that you think are supposed to be on this journey with you, start to reveal themselves to you. Sometimes somebody around you could die. Sometimes that could happen. And you're like, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? All this stuff, right? Why did this happen to you? Well, you got to think about it like this. You have to literally understand that, you have to literally understand that you have made a decision. So you also make a decision that anything that's going to happen, you have to use it to further yourself in your journey. Because once you go on a spiritual awakening, you go further in your journey and you realize that death is only a necessary part of life. Otherwise, you would live forever and life would not be as treasured. It wouldn't be a treasure as it is. It wouldn't be valued as it is, because every day is a gift and every day you should do something great in your life. And maybe this person dying close to you could literally show you that life shouldn't be taken for granted. I'm telling you right now. Hey, you got to take her upstairs. Yeah. You have to. All right? Life is not taken for granted. And then maybe you'll move in your life with a greater intensity and you won't take every day for granted. It's weird how things work out when you make that decision to really actually change your life. I mean, for real. Like, it has to come from such a desperation that you're willing to do almost anything with integrity. Anything that will get you to your journey, through your journey. Anything. I'm telling you right now. So a lot of y'all, are you willing to actually do that? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to really put it all on the line? Are you willing to take cold showers? Are you willing to actually commit to eating healthy? I mean, actually committed to eating healthy. For real. All right? Like, for real. I'm dead serious. Like, it has to happen in a way where, okay, I'll go there later. Okay. So, life and death. Have you ever thought about when you die and you go to a funeral, or I mean, when somebody dies and you go to a funeral, and you look in a casket at that person, where whatever was controlling that person go? Or what was it? You ever think about that? Like, like the person's still here intact, but where'd the controller go? And then but after having a spiritual awakening, at funerals, you won't be so sad anymore. Because you know what life and death is. And the greatest thing to understand what life and death is astral projection. Now, I don't teach astral projection. I don't teach it. It's dangerous. I don't teach it. But I will talk about it. When I was going through my spiritual awakening, now I had kids at the time, but I really didn't want to live before that. I was like, I don't know why I'm here. I'm going on a journey. I'm willing to do whatever it takes in order to get to where I want to go. But I actually didn't want to live. I didn't really care. I didn't really care to the point where if I had to die trying to astral project and be attacked by other entities from other realms, I was willing to do it. Because there was no way that I was going to live in this world and not fulfill my true potential. If I was going to live in this world and not fulfill it, then I might as well not even be here because there's no point. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So I learned how to astral project, and it took me 6 months to actually learn it and to get it down. The hardest part was the sleep paralysis. That was the hardest part. And astral projection puts life and death into true perspective. Because when you're astral projecting, right, and you're looking at yourself laying there in the bed, outside of yourself, and it's not a dream, it's reality. And you're looking at yourself right now, and you're like, okay, there's more to me than meets the eye. There's more to me than just this flesh and blood you see. There's something greater inside because it just walked the hell out of me. And I can still see, I can still move, but I'm looking at me right there. The thing that I saw in the mirror every single day. And then I realized how minuscule the vessel is and how powerful the spirit actually is. Because without the spirit, the vessel can't do a damn thing. At all. So when you look at yourself laying there doing astral projection, it will change you forever. You'll never look at life the same. Now, I don't know if you'll still fear death, but I know I didn't. Not after that. So whenever it comes, it's whenever it comes. I actually look forward to it, honestly. Because I know something is greater on the horizon. And I have my own belief about what happens after life and death, and I'm not going to really talk about it because people want to try to debate me. Or you got Christians coming up in here and trying to attack me, and other people trying to attack me for what I believe in. Like, I'm not trying to attack you for what you believe in. I'm just telling you what I did for my better self. So if you're like one of the people who will try to attack me or try to tell me and try to put Bible verses in my timeline or my threads and all that stuff, you're not gonna get that kind of smoke from me, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to debate you. That's a wall talking to a wall. That's an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. That's all that is. So when you have an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, you're going to have no resolution because nobody's going to believe anybody. So you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe because I've experienced it. People will try to tell you that, well, God didn't make you to astral project. Well, how come I was able to do it then? Weird. That's just me, though. But after you do that, you will be different. And I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you what helped me out in my journey. You know what I'm saying? So, it's real. Now, when you start to decalcify your pineal gland, certain symptoms of that is your BS meter would be at an all-time high. Nobody will be able to BS you like they were. You won't be so naive anymore because you can actually see. You don't realize how many people are eyes wide shut. People are walking around with actual blinders on. And they actually can see. but they really can't see because they don't have use of all their eyes, like the see-through eyes. Like I can see your true intention. I'm starting to unlock gifts of mine. That's how you're going to feel. Like a lot of y'all, all of y'all have gifts. Every last one of y'all have gifts. And maybe you have yet to discover it because you have yet to commit. See, your gift is only revealed to you when you're ready to receive it. Now, sometimes your gift is revealed to you before you're actually ready to receive it and you're not ready to receive it. You don't want to receive it. Like I don't want it. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. Like there's one person, right? His mom called me and he's starting to see things. He decalcifies pineal gland. And he's starting to see things, like actual things. Like I see them too, but I know they're there. I don't trip. I have their attention, so they're going to reveal themselves to me. But he's starting to see things, and he doesn't want to. I'm telling you, it's a warning. Like if you don't want to, if you're afraid that your gift is being able to see things, then and you're afraid, then don't do it. It's up to you. But there's a reason why you have that gift. Gifts aren't just given to you for nothing. So I wouldn't disrespect the gift that your creator gave you. It gave it for a reason. So your duty here is to actually achieve or figure out what your actual gift is. And yes, the purpose is a gift and a curse, but take the gift and don't deal with, like, you're gonna have to deal with anything you go through. You're gonna have to deal with a curse. If you live in a zombie mindset, you live not decalcifying your pineal gland and not ascending, the curse is the fact that you don't know what you're here for. But on the opposite side, if you know what you're here for, the curse is knowing what's going on for real in this world and seeing it what nobody does. Being called crazy when you know good and well you're not crazy. So you need to understand that your gift is meant to be respected, and part of unlocking your spiritual side is people who are asleep not understanding. So people who are asleep, what I do with them when they don't understand what I'm talking about is I don't talk to them about what I'm talking about. I'll talk about it on YouTube. But people who I know that know what I do on YouTube and they want to talk to me about these things, I just don't talk to them because I know, why would I talk to a baby? No, not literally, but I'm talking about as far as the growth and as far as what I know. Why would I talk to somebody who is not ready to eat yet? You're still eating soft food. You're not eating solid food. So why would I give you solid steak if you're not able to eat barely baby food? So I don't give it to them because I don't feel like having to argue with them because they don't understand the perspective that I hold, the mindset, the views that I've seen, the experiences that I've had, the astral projecting that I've done, the lucid dreaming that I manifest, and how to manifest in whatever I know. Why would you talk to these people? Because these people are not able to understand. They still have sunglasses on with aluminum foil over the sunglasses and they cannot see through them. They're wearing lead shades, y'all. So you must find a circle of people who can understand, or just understand yourself and find the internet or find just whatever's inside of you. That is a part of your life where you're going to have to find peace amongst yourself thoughts. A lot of y'all want to be around here telling everybody what you're doing, every move you're doing, but all they're doing is putting doubt into your mind. All they're doing is telling you you're crazy. All they're doing is not understanding what you're talking about. So why are you wasting your breath? Because all you're doing is putting stress on yourself. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So if you want to start to manifest a spiritual awakening, this is a journey that is not meant to have a bunch of people with you. This is a journey that is between you and you. So if you're able to literally do these things, you're going to have to do them by yourself. Just for a while, just for a little while. Personally, I'm still on this journey by myself. I mean, my wife is here, I'm talking about like outside of this. I don't have, like me still, 40-something thousand followers, family, not really friends. I don't have friends. I'm be transparent. I don't have friends. I have associates. But somebody I can actually talk to about what I have really going on, there's nobody in my life. And I'm on this journey almost about 2.5 years now on this journey, and still. But I know that if I remain patient, somebody will come into my life that is outside of my wife and my kids or whatever like that, and I can actually talk to and that understand me. But I'm not worried about how long it's going to take. I'm going to go through the journey, and I'm going to do it for as long as I possibly can until somebody or somebody doesn't come. This road is going to be a lonely road for a lot of y'all. And a lot of y'all need this lonely road because you have been fitting in with a group of people so long that you forgot who you are. You have lost yourself into other people's beliefs, morals, and their whatever they call their understanding. You have lost yourself, and you're going to have to get to know who the hell you are. Get to know what the hell you like and stop doing what everybody else does. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's real. That's real. Like, that's real stuff. You're going to have to do that. Now, upon your spiritual journey, a lot of y'all will have distractions and a lot of you will have setbacks. I've had several setbacks in my journey. I'm actually having one now. Because my business is getting big and because I'm working so hard, I have got off of the spiritual journey. Not all the way, but I haven't been as focused as I was in my beginning when I was desperate. So I have to pull myself back and listen. I have to give myself time to do my exercises, do my meditation, do my cold showers, and to get out of nature. Because I was working so hard trying to build my dream and trying to help so many people, I got off my own journey. But you can't pour from an empty cup. So a lot of y'all are going to have to get back on your horse and start riding again because you have been walking the horse for a long time or even a little bit. And you're going to have to understand that everything that you have is going to come to you as long as you keep on focusing on yourself. But I know me, I'll focus on people and I'll stop focusing on myself, and that's a bad habit of mine. But that's part of the purpose. That's part of the purpose. So now I'm getting out in nature. I'm gonna start my cold showers again. I do take my supplements. I do eat healthy, so that's not a problem. I'm going to start. I need to start astral projecting again. I need to start lucid dreaming again. I have to start doing the exercises again. I always do a law of attraction exercises, but these other ones, as far as the pineal gland, I'm like, yo, I've made it, but you've never made it. You got to realize that growth is an infinite thing. You have never made it when it comes to spirituality. It is a road that as endless, and you'll never stop learning. So just understand that you're never going to stop learning. And I got to a point where I was like, all right, I know how to astral project. I know how to lucid dream. I know about spirituality. I know yada yada, but you never know it because you always learn something new every day. And I started learning other stuff, but I need to get back on my point because I didn't feel as on point as I needed to. Like I felt stressed, more stressed than ever before because I'm not focusing on my meditation as I need to. I'm like doing like once a day, and before I was doing it 3-4 times a day, 15 minutes. Now I was doing it once a day, or getting back into my yoga all the time. These things. So this happens to all of us. Setbacks happen to all of us, but it's not about the setback. It's about the comeback. So that's what it is for me. You know what I mean? And a part of my journey is that I have to be transparent in order to help people. You have to be real with people in order to actually help people. If you're out here trying to put a facade on and be so fake, you're eventually going to get exposed for who you are, whether it's to yourself or whether it's to others. So I just say, listen, I make mistakes too. I'm not this freaking end-all, be-all spiritual master. I'm not a master of anything. I'm just somebody who's trying to do better and help as many people as I can until whatever happens and I leave this earth. But I make mistakes. I have setbacks. I'm not always focused. I don't always eat right. I don't always go to the gym. I do the best I can. And if you do the best you can, that is all that's required. And understand that if you have a dark night of soul, you're able to look at yourself and see, listen, this is what I did. I messed up here. Let me go ahead and get it back, and I'll be just fine. Because you've already looked at yourself and realized that everything's your fault. So if you had a setback, it ain't somebody else's fault that pissed you off or stressed you out. You let this person change your energy to the point where you did this on your own. But this person changed helped you. I mean, they mess your energy up, but you gotta change it back. But you don't blame nobody for nothing no more. I don't blame nobody for nothing no more. Like, if somebody did me dirty and scammed me out of some money, like, well, I'm like, yeah, they got me, but I was stupid to let them scam me. Like these things, like this is what happens in life, you know. But if you blame everybody else, you can't take accountability and you cannot grow. You know what I'm saying? Next, how long I've been on here? Cause I told you it was a part 2, 40 minutes. All right, cool. Oh, this is a good one. Do things that scare the shit out of you. Like that aligns with your purpose. See, one way you can actually force a spiritual awakening is to find out what you like and start to constantly challenge yourself. You don't realize what happens when you constantly challenge yourself. You don't realize it. You develop an inner strength and inner confidence in yourself, and your spirit side, your stronger side, starts to emerge because you're constantly testing yourself with things that normally would scare the hell out of you. Give you an example. One time for me, what scared me was to put money into my business, knowing that if I do that, I could lose it all. I could lose all this money. So I started to do it all the time now. I just buy. I put a lot of money into this company. A lot. Like you see the website changing all the time. That all costs money. And these things I wasn't willing to do before. But yes, they scare me. But your dreams ought to scare you. Your purpose ought to scare you, because it's supposed to scare you, because fear is false evidence appearing real until you actually do it, and then you'll start getting addicted to doing it. Whenever something comes, whenever my web guy or my web team tells me I gotta buy something for the website, I'm doing it right away. I don't even hesitate. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. You know, whatever it may be. Like Turkey. Going to Turkey by myself was something I couldn't even fathom to do. I'm a black man going to a place in the world where there's almost no black people. Little odd. My grandparents still tell me that's something they couldn't do. Every time I see them, they're like, my grandma, that is something in her voice, that is something I just can't do. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But that was something I was afraid of, so I had to do it. And it worked out just fine. Nothing happened. So you got to do things that scare the hell out of you, people. If you don't challenge yourself and do things and break through barriers every single day, you'll always live in fear. And when you're living in fear and you're letting fear control you, there's no way you can live in your purpose. There's no way you can ascend to greater heights. There's no way you can get to another dimension in your mind. There is no way you can change this world or make a contribution into changing this world unless you start to encounter things that you are afraid of. You have to do it, people. You have to. I'm sorry, you really, really have to. Let me look at some of these comments, y'all. Oh, somebody said where I got this hoodie from. I got a funny story about this hoodie, right? So I'm on Instagram, and a boost pops up. Somebody boosts their stuff because they won't let me advertise on Instagram because of what I do. So they're attacking me at all angles. So they won't let me advertise. So I'm looking at other people's boosting their posts, and I'm seeing it, and I literally see this up here, right? And I buy it. And I need some ideas for my shirts as well. I want some different kinds of shirts. So I bought like 4 different kinds of shirts and 2 hoodies or whatever. And I found out the company is called Black and Proud, but the company is owned by Chinese people. I'm like, really? So you pretend to be a black-owned business so you can get all the black people to buy from you, but you're really not a black-owned business. But it worked. So I'm gonna have these kind of shirts coming out soon, because we're gonna stop the manipulation bull crap here. I'm gonna have these shirts coming soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm just waiting to see what y'all like. But it's funny how they did that. You know what I mean? Somebody said, why is astral projection dangerous? Because Yeah, they use a bunch of stuff. They use I got a couple of shirts that have like all kinds of stuff. Like they just figured out like, listen, we market to be black. We pretend to be a black owned business. We'll make a lot of money because they understand where the money's at in the black people, and they understand that black people don't put their money into black owned businesses. They put their money into other businesses, and meanwhile they don't give most of their money to their own people. We're the only ones that do that. So they figured out how to capitalize off of that. So that's what's going on. So somebody said you need to protect. Why is astral projection dangerous? Astral projection is dangerous because you could be under attack by things that are considered entities, other things that are out there, live and dead, just in different forms and different dimensions. And if you don't understand your power, if you go into astral projection with fear, they're gonna kind of smell the fear on you, and they will try to attack you. This happened to me once, but I pushed them off. Like, I gave them light, and they you know, if you don't know your power, then like, you're alive, they're not. A lot of them aren't. Some of them are in their realm, but it's dangerous. That's all I gotta say. You have a cord connecting to you. You know, yes, I have. I've seen shadow beings. I've seen these things. If they're speaking to you through their mouth, they're actually bad. If they're speaking to you through their telepathic, then they're not. But yeah, there it is. You know what I mean? But you got things in this world, this physical world, that are dangerous as well. So you're dealing with danger regardless. Anywhere you go. Whether it's the astral realm, whether it's the physical world, you're still dealing with danger. Like in this world, we got to deal with being shot. We got to deal with being robbed. We got to deal with being murdered. We got to deal with all kinds of stuff. It don't matter where you are, you're going to have to deal with some kind of danger. That's what it is. It's part of existence, dealing with danger. It's not about the danger, it's about how you handle it, how you protect yourself. Just like in this world, you got to be able to protect yourself. In that world, you got to be able to protect yourself. If you're not versed to be able to protect yourself in that world, you might be under attack. So don't just jump into it without doing your research. Make sure you do your research fully and then jump into it. If you feel like after your research, you'll be able to handle that. I see these things all the time. I see them while I'm awake, though. Like, I see them when I'm not astral projecting, especially at night sometimes. Like, a couple of months ago, I went through a spiritual attack. Somebody tried to, you know, put bad energy on me, bad juju on me. And I talked to somebody and I figured out how to get rid of it. But I see when I was sleeping in my bed in my other house, I felt the energy, and I saw them on top of my head, and just a black, just sitting there, and I felt the energy. I felt that. It's crazy. You know, wild. So yeah. It's wild though. But this stuff is actually real. A lot of y'all may not believe it because here's the thing, y'all. This world is much more complicated and weirder than you ever could have imagined, because the truth is actually stranger than fiction. So if you look in this reality with a spiritual awakening, you'll start to actually do research, and you'll start to see it. The things they actually put on TV, a lot of these wild stuff that they have programmed your mind to think is just like fiction, is actually real, just shown in an exaggerated way to make you never believe it if it was actually presented to you in reality, if you understand what I'm saying here. So they make it, let's give you an example. You got Marvel, right? You got Marvel, you got the good guys, you got the bad guys, all that stuff, right? But the reason why we don't realize, the reason why this stuff resonates with us such a level is because when you see certain things, it activates the DNA, which is the memories of your past, and a past that was a long, long time ago. Why does this stuff resonate with us so much? Because it may have happened in a different way. You understand what I'm saying here? But only when you have a spiritual awakening, you can actually look at it and have an open mind, because having a spiritual awakening will not give you will not have a closed mind, because learning spirituality in the first place, you had to open up your mind. So when you open up your mind, you'll open up your mind and things people are going to call you crazy for. But don't worry about what they're going to say. You can't care about what they're going to say. You have to just be what you are and understand that your truth is your truth and their truth is their truth. You're immovable. They're unstoppable. That's what it is. That's what it is. At the end of the day. You know what I mean? Oh, Daniel, that's another one. Binaural beats. Matter of fact, I'm going to just talk about them all now. Forget it. I'm going in. All right. When I learned about binaural beats, I used to go to sleep with binaural beats in my ear. I used to put binaural beats on with the earbuds, and I used to listen to binaural beats. I used to try to do it to astral project and lucid dream. Binaural beats healed my brain, the negativity in my brain. Affirmations, that's like a law of attraction thing, but still a spiritual thing too, healed my brain. Your brain is so negative, so fearful, so doubtful. The way you look at yourself is toxic and must be changed. If you don't change these things, it's very challenging to have a spiritual awakening or to ascend if you don't see yourself in a greater version, a greater light, a greater you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to do binaural beats. I'm not going to give you which ones to do. You got to go on your own journey and you'll find them. The right ones for you will be revealed to you. You know what I mean? Somebody said they can enter your body while you're out of your body. Never happened to me, but it's possible. Yes, it's possible. You know what I mean? Somebody said, I can't handle the frequency or binaural beats. Does it take getting used to? No, it never took me getting used to. You just didn't find the right binaural beat. For me, binaural beats instantly helped me. It wasn't an annoying beat. Sometimes, now, some beats are annoying, but it wasn't an annoying noise. If the noise is annoying, then just don't listen to it. But it wasn't annoying for me. You know what I'm saying? How do you spell this binaural beats? Listen, I got the beats off of YouTube. I literally just typed in binaural beats for sleep, binaural beats for lucid dreaming, binaural beats for stress, binaural beats for reading, binaural beats for learning, binaural beats for positivity, binaural beats delta, theta waves. Listen, you're going to have to go on your journey. You're going to have to do some research. A lot of y'all people out here are just lazy as hell, and you want somebody to tell you what to do. Help me with my journey. You know, lead me on my journey. You're going to have to do this. Okay. People help you on your journey. But you're going to have to lead the way. You are the master. You are the creator. It is about you. People will push you, say, go that way. But when you go that way, you're going to have to open the door and you're going to have to look inside. But I'll just tell you to go that way. So I'm telling you to go that way. But you got to open the door and you got to look inside. Somebody said, sleep the whole... Yeah, I slept the whole night with it. I slept with binaural beats for 4 months straight. Every night. I got the earbuds. I put the phone under my pillow. And I slept with them all night. My brain healed itself. Healed itself. You know what I'm saying? My brain healed itself, y'all. So, and listen. And the stuff that I'm telling y'all, man, listen. I had to find in many different forms. I had to literally go from here to 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 and piece it all together. So I went on a journey not even knowing anybody that even knew what the hell I was talking about. I went straight to YouTube. Straight to YouTube. And I was working at Walmart from 11 to 7. September 2016. 11 to 7. And I popped so much information in my head for those 8 hours every day. I made my mind up that Walmart's going to pay me $320 a week after taxes to learn how to be my better version. I needed to use everything that I was at to get better. when I was stacking kitty litter bags and dog food bags, I had my headphones on. So thank you, Walmart, for letting me have my headphones on, because Amazon sure as hell didn't. So Walmart, for those 2.5 months I worked there, I stacked kitty litter bags, and I listened to every single thing that served me. Everything that served me. For 8 hours every day. I was in my car on break while they were outside playing football on break. And I was writing in my Law of Attraction book, listening to everything I possibly could listen to. Everything. I literally engulfed myself in it because I literally was desperate to be great. I had went through so much trauma and loss and embarrassment that I was desperate to be great. And not do the same thing that I always did when I was younger, of doing this, doing something bad, messing up and going to church. It didn't work for me anymore. I had to do something different. So I did something different, and it worked. And literally, I think Kevin Trudeau has said this. He said, when these things start to work for you, it will feel like magic. And I get what you're saying. No electrical devices near you when you sleep. But I put my phone aside, and I put my binaural beats on, and it worked for me. Sorry, y'all. It worked for me. It is what it is. You do what you want to do. I did what... Hey, listen, I get it. Listen, I get all the danger, but that's all fear. I didn't think about none of that. I didn't think about electrical stuff. I didn't think about fires. I didn't put no fear in my life. Like nothing. And it didn't happen. Because I'm not thinking about that when I'm trying to get better. I'm not thinking about the way it won't work when I try to get better. I don't think about doing nothing. I don't think about nothing polluting my mind when I'm trying to get better. All I'm thinking about is trying to get better. See, what you're telling me right now is fearful stuff. I had to remove that thought process from my mind. I had to. It had to happen. So I wasn't thinking about fear. I was thinking about growth, evolution, ascension, awakening, finding why the fuck am I on planet Earth? Why? There's something in me that wants to break out. And if I had to risk a fire under my head, well, goddamn it, I was going to risk it. You got to be like that. You have to be like desperate. I will do whatever it takes to get to where I need to go. My man Eric Thomas said a great story. I know a lot of y'all heard this story about the man. He wanted to be in the water, and he went to the guru, right? And the guru put his hand in the water. And he said, I want to be successful. So he put his hand in the water, and he held him under there. And the guy finally lifted him up before the guy drowned. And he said, when you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I have listened to every Eric Thomas speech, every Les Brown speech, every Zig Ziglar speech, every Bob Proctor speech, a lot of Tony Robbins speeches, because I need to be motivated all the time. And I wanted to be what they were. I wanted to be a motivational speaker because I had that in me. You understand? So, if you have a trouble with motivation, you have to motivate yourself all the time. All the time. You can will a spiritual awakening when you become desperate to be great. When you become desperate to ascend. If you're not desperate, it won't happen for you. So you can do all that other stuff I told you about. It's acquired by desperation, by pain, by struggle, by sacrifice, by loss, by evolution. Changing what your body is regenerating off of. The food, the water, the subconscious visions, which control 95% of what you are today, your subconscious mind. That there is tough to change. It's easy to change. It's easier to change your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind, that there is a whole nother beast. All those images you see on TV and all those signs and all that stuff, that's all subconscious. That's for your subconscious mind. Music, you can't be listening to that low frequency music either. That bypasses your frontal lobe, your defense system, and goes right to your subconscious. The reason why a lot of producers are paid a lot of money because they're magicians. They know how to produce a certain amount of beats that get through to your mind. Which is why nowadays you don't even have to be able to be understood, but you still go platinum or you still get a lot of hits on iTunes. Because it's not about the person who's rapping, it's about the beats that are making you do like this. Like, yeah, like that shit. It's a banger right there, yeah. Then you can't understand nothing the person is saying. But them beats that got you. Use binaural beats so it can get you just like that. You know what I'm saying? Use those. Facts. Yes. And yo, listen, if I listen to music, it's only before they changed the frequency. They changed the frequency it was 440 and 432. Michael Jackson, when you listen to him, he was on a different frequency than they have today. You got 440 and 432. Alright? Now they require all music is played at a certain frequency because they want to give you the death frequency now, not the life frequency. Which is why when people listen to Michael, they listen to his music and they cry, and it still resonates to this day because it's played under a different frequency than the music is today. Understand that. It's all a game, y'all. Oh, I missed that one. Grounding. Oh my God, there's so many things I did. Okay. Good stuff. Yes, 440 is low vibrational. 432 is love frequency. Good stuff. I forgot which one was which. I knew it was 440 and 432. So what I did, when I was having my spiritual awakening, it was cold outside. But I heard about grounding, like connecting to the earth. So what I did every morning at like 5 in the morning, because I was living in an apartment complex at the time, and I was still a little bit embarrassed. I didn't want nobody to see me outside without no shoes on, because I was still a little embarrassed, right? So literally, I used to go outside on the porch, right? Put my hands in the air and say, because you got to be funny about who you're talking to because you'll get all their attention. So you have to, I say, to everything that is good, pure, and holy, I'm asking for your help to show me and reveal why I'm here in this world. And then I put my hands in the air and I looked at the sun and I said, I am. Every morning I said it 3 times. And then I went outside and with no shoes on, in the cold, it was in the snow, it was on a cold ground, and I grounded myself for 20 minutes a day. And I looked at the sky and I closed my eyes and I only listened to my breath, connecting to the earth, connecting to what I was. And at the time, I was looked at as crazy and weird, but I'd rather be looked at as crazy and weird than to be somebody who doesn't know why I'm here, doesn't know what is this, doesn't know who am I. I needed to be great. I needed to be greater than me at that particular point. And I did all them things, and they worked. They worked. You know what I'm saying? So I went out there and I grounded myself, and there it is. There it is. There it is. You know? So it's a little bit what I got for y'all tonight. I'm not sure if the website is getting updated right now, so it might be down for a little bit. But I mean, listen, if y'all want a consultation, the guy that I talked to yesterday, he said he was going to literally pay for 3 consultations for people. So if anybody wants to have a consultation, talk to me, get some advice, he'll pay for your consultations, up to 3 people or whatever. But definitely, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, like, this is real. This will help you. I know for a fact if you do what I'm saying, it will help you. Like, I know for it. Oh, it's not. Website's back up. Okay. So, yeah, I know that it will help you. I know that the information I'm giving is a little different than what you're normally used to hearing, which is why I've always been under attack by other entities outside of this, like this platform or whatever, and other, they won't even allow me to advertise on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. I can't advertise at all because what I talk about is actually for helping you and not hurting you. So, it is what it is. It's part of the game, but I'll do this for as long as I can, with as much as intensity as I can, and yeah, love it while it's here because I'm somebody who really wants to help you. Like, this is my only goal. Like, when I'm mad there's not more consultations than it is, because I want to help people, but I don't want y'all to waste my time, which is why I got charged on them, because people was wasting my time, like taking slots and not even showing up. Like, nah, you got to invest, because everybody who has got a consultation now has never been late, not one time. But I need more of y'all to talk to and have a one-on-one. So listen, my job is to help you. If anybody's struggling with anything, talk to me. I can help you with this, because I've struggled with damn near almost everything. And I go through shit on a daily basis, just like anybody else that lives in the world. So, I'm real. I'm not going to literally tell you what you need, what you want to hear. I'm going to give you exactly what you need to hear. And it may hurt your feelings. It may hurt your heart. But you're going to have to experience some kind of hurt in order to truly change. Somebody's going to have to be the friend to you to tell you exactly how it is and not how you want it to be. If you're somebody who's always been lazy and make excuses, somebody's going to have to tell you, yo, you lazy and you making too many goddamn excuses. That's what I call real love. If you got somebody who constantly pacifies you and lets you get away with everything, that is not a real friend. That is not a real companion. That is somebody who enables you. I'm trying to help you grow. And I realized there's certain things that I had to know in order to grow. You feel me? Somebody said, I can't meditate. First thing, the first part you messed up with is saying the word I can't. When you say I and whatever after that point, it normally becomes reality. You can't say I can't. Let's just say I need help meditating. What you say becomes reality. Your thoughts, your speech becomes physical manifestation of reality. I need you to say, I need help meditating. How can you help me? I need you to say, I need help meditating. How can you help me? Okay, cool. Meditating, the simplest advice I have is to literally sit there and listen to your breath. The way you do it is you breathe in for 10 seconds through your mouth. And you breathe out until all the breath is gone from your stomach. And you listen to your breath. Now, in the beginning of learning how to meditate, a lot of y'all are going to fall asleep. I fell asleep several times. I thought I was meditating. I was just asleep. I was just knocked out. I was like, oh shit, I didn't meditate myself to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you are going to need to start to listen to your breath. Meditation is relaxing and listening to your breath. When you're listening, when you're focused on only one thing, listening to your breath, and you do it for a period, like it took me about 3 months to actually get meditating down pat, because you realize that the brain is actually thinking about, the average brain is thinking of 70,000 thoughts a day. So it's very challenging to use these thoughts to remove these thoughts. So you're going to have to, you're going to have to literally just listen to your breath and only focus on that right there, and you'll get it. I know you'll get it. But the problem with a lot of people is they quit and they're not consistent. Consistency is greatness with anything in life. Even if you're bad at something, you'll be consistently bad if you keep on doing it. I mean, this is what it is. I mean, just be consistent. Even through the trials and tribulations that you're probably going to experience. I mean, shit, it is what it is. Anything that you do that's worthwhile, you're going to fail a couple times. But it's not about the failing, it's about the redirection. Like, okay, what did I do wrong here? Let me do it again. Let me try to figure out and tweak and do it right and all that stuff. And normally you'll get it if you don't quit. That's just what it is. You just can't quit. You know? It's what it is. You gotta commit. You gotta commit. You gotta commit, y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, that word can't is, man, that word can't is a killer. You know what I'm saying? That word can't is a killer for y'all. I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, besides that, I'm probably going to end this at 111 just to keep the synchronicity good. You know, I already talked about synchronicity a long time ago. But I'm going to end this bad boy at 11111. You know what I mean? You know, but you got to get right. You got to get right. You got to get right, you know. And, you know, go to the website, grab some harataki. A lot of y'all need to get some harataki. For real. Harataki is on some next level. I wish I had harataki in the beginning of my journey. It probably would have happened faster. But it wasn't meant to happen that way, so I'll accept the way it happened. It was meant to happen the way it happened. You know, but grab that stuff. It's fire. And black seed oil is fire. You know. But besides that, this is your year. Start speaking your life into existence. But besides that, my name is Coach Reg, a.k.a. Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought and help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Go on the website. Hopefully that person... No. I know that person is you. Love y'all. Peace.